Good day, Jennifer Pipper. Welcome to the Valder Beebe Show today. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm having a great day. I want my audience to know I'll be speaking with Jennifer Pipper. She's the VP of the American Red Cross Disaster Program. Jennifer, the American Red Cross does incredible work. Before we get into a few questions, what is the American Red Cross? Because I don't think a lot of people know what it is.
So the American Red Cross is a nonprofit institution that helps provide services in a couple of different ways. So a lot of people recognize the Red Cross because we collect almost 40% of the nation's blood supply. We also work with military families and provide emergency communications in our service to armed forces. We also provide international services, so we respond not only domestically here in the U.S., but around the world. We provide life-saving and life-sustaining training like CPR, first aid, and AED training. And then we respond to disaster relief as well. So the American Red Cross does a lot of different things to support the U.S.
I'm so glad that you said that and you helped to educate us. Okay, 2024 is shaping up to be an above-average year for disasters that are costing billions of dollars. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, it's been an extremely challenging year for us as a disaster relief organization. We have had tens of thousands of families turn to us for help and hope and care and comfort after they've been impacted by a disaster. And we turn to our volunteers to deliver that compassionate aid. And we need more volunteers now than ever. I mean, this year alone, we responded to 5 landfalling hurricanes while at the same time supporting wildfire relief responses, flooding and tornado responses, even wildfires up in the Northeast this year. So it's been an incredibly busy season for us. And I'd just like to remind people, we are not done yet. It is only the middle of November. And Mother Nature has been known to throw us a curveball in December sometimes.
Tell me about the hurricanes. When we see them on the news, that's one thing for us if we're not in the path of it. But there was Hurricane Milton, Helena, Debbie. How does the Red Cross respond to all of that?
So we really rely on the generosity of our volunteers. These are people who give up weeks of their time to travel to communities they may have never visited before to help strangers they have never met, right? It is the humanitarian spirit being exemplified in the most fantastic form. But we do see this Hurricane Helene and Milton, which was kind of a 1-2 shot to the state of Florida. That's after we had Hurricane Idalia in the prior year, and we had Hurricane Ian. So unfortunately, what we are starting to see is a trend that we refer to as repetitive impacts. These are communities that aren't just impacted once, but multiple times over successive years, which is providing an incredible challenge, not only for those families and communities, but for the American Red Cross to make sure that we're there and present to walk alongside those families as they begin their recovery journeys.
Jennifer, you talk about the American Red Cross volunteers that they've been responding nonstop in 2024 and prior. They provide food and shelter and care. Tell me how the climate crisis has impacted you.
Well, what we're seeing is families that, may have a recovery plan ready to go, only to be set back because the home that they were going to move into got devastated by a secondary disaster. But we also see disasters now in places where historically we've not seen them before. New Mexico is a great example of that. Not only did they have wildfires this year where we had an operation to support the communities, but then they were followed almost a month later by flooding. So what we're seeing is not only places along the Gulf Coast or the West Coast to respond, but we're seeing Mother Nature in this climate crisis create disasters in places that historically we've just not seen them.
How can my listening audience and other people, how can they help the American Red Cross?
There's a couple of different ways that your viewers can help. One is they consider supporting us financially. Giving Tuesday is coming up on December 3rd, and they can go to redcross.org to provide support to us financially. No gift is too small for a family who's lost everything at that moment in time. They can also roll up their sleeve and donate blood. 1 pint of blood may actually save somebody's life. Or they could raise their hand and volunteer. We have thousands of disasters, both large and small, that happen across the U.S. every year. And we rely on the generosity of the American public to donate not only their financial resources, but their time in helping their neighbors recover from a disaster.
Jennifer Pippa, I want to thank you as the VP of the American Red Cross Disaster Program for knowing your organization so well and helping us to understand it better. And once again, how can people connect with the Red Cross before I let you go?
Really simple. Just go to redcross.org. You can type in your zip code, and there are all kinds of opportunities for you to support our organization.
Jennifer, I will be thinking of you and all the programs you guys have, and I will be participating continually to help you guys support other people. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of The Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.